Today, write down the thing we are going to discuss. Today we are going to discuss static electricity.
What?
Static electricity. Please write it down, the name of this phenomena we are going to explore today. It's called static electricity. Write it down in your notebooks, okay? Write it down in your notebooks. I'll try to show you how that phenomena looked like for people long time ago. Okay.
我感觉我手抖。
Look. Okay. Okay, guys. So, I guess you've seen that before, right? For instance, I have a real fur. I have a real fur.
别晃，别晃。
I have a real fur, and I have a rod, real rod, right? And I gonna rub. Attention here, right? So this phenomena was observed long time ago, and this is the styrofoam. That's just foam, right? That's the foam, and I guess you know what will happen, right?
Yeah.
So you see this stick, this foam is attracted on the stick, right? On the stick, right? And now I would like you to
快来帮我举一会儿
to。see,
我
to
胳膊好
understand
疼。
the friction. What is friction, basically? What is friction, basically? Here, look at the screen, guys, please. And let's keep in mind every time the meaning of friction. What is friction? We know that everything is made of atoms, right?
啊，发霉了。
Everything is made of atoms, correct? And those circles,
乌克兰自产手机。
those circles here,
就是华为的，
they kind of illustrate the atoms.
是华为。
And what will happen if I'm gonna rub two books against each other?
这儿。
Let's do it. So that is kind of atomic scale. Right? If I'm gonna rub them, you see they start to jiggle. They start to jiggle. Actually, that's what heat is, right? Heat. That's what heat is.
The movement.
It's just the jiggling of those atoms, right? Just jiggling of those atoms.
Heat
The more jiggle they have, the bigger the temperature.
我给他手都晃了下去。
Movement of atoms.
他那上晃着的时候，对，他那上晃着是，他这手机没
You
晃。
see, temperature is rising.
别，我看。
Temperature is rising, right? So that's what is happening here, right? That's what is happening here when I rub.
你后面别晃，别晃。
That's what is happening here, right?
河里摸鱼。
On the atomic scale, right?
Yeah.
哇，这声音。
So
Okay?
you rub the rubber with
人体摩擦会不会产生电流？
Right? So that is this phenomenon. Attention here, attention here, attention here, everyone. Right? So that's what is happening. You've seen what's happening with fur. Let's say I have this glass rod, and I gotta
一次正，一次正，
negative charge.
正哪个？
so it's another charge, right?
Positive charge. Positive charge.
It's
一个正点，
at
负电吧。
least by now, what we see by now, we see attention here.
哎，慢点。
So what do we see now?
传一圈传我们这儿。
We see that those things are attracted here, right? Well, how can what else can we do? What else? So that is if an object is rubbed, and it can attract other things, other light objects, it means this is the definition of the charge. It means that this object, we say, we use this vocabulary, we say that this object is charged, right? This object is charged
Yeah.
if it can attract lighter things. Now, another way, right? Another way to charge an object is to rub it against your hand. So now the object is charged. So what do we know by now? We know that charged objects attract things, right?
Yeah.
So I've rubbed a balloon against my hair, and now I rub another balloon against my hair.
蹦。
Right? I rub it, so it's also charged, right? This charge and this charge, they are both charged, right?
Yeah.
So, and what will happen, right? So you see, they
They do not stay together.
they repel. That's what we call it,
什么
right?
势力？
Repel. They repel. Look, some objects attract. Other objects
滚蛋！
repel. Right?
Right.
So you see, so do you agree with me that I've charged this and I've charged that in the same way?
Yes.
So same objects, same way of charging, right?
Yeah.
So we can say this, those things have the same charge,
Yeah.
same charge, right?
Yeah.
Type, we can call it type 1, type blue. We can call this, both of them have blue charge, right? It doesn't matter, but the same charge. They have same charge. Okay?
Yeah.
Now let me rub the balloon against my coat. Let's see what will happen. Boom. Maybe,
声音听得我牙酸。
So remember, when I moved closer, they repel, right? So what's happening? What's gonna happen?
They attract.
Attract. Attract.
Yeah.
Right? They attract. Yeah. So, for instance, I don't want to.
Because if you rub the balloon.
Wait a moment. Wait a moment. Okay. Wait a moment. So let's put it here. For a moment. Okay.
Wow.
Okay.
Yeah.
So remember.
Oh.
The balloon falls.
Well, it's not. It's not. Okay, we can.
Oh, let me-
put it here.
Okay.
Okay, so once again, you remember that if I move it closer, you see it goes away, right?
Yeah.
So what conclusion can we make from this?
They have the same charge.
Same charge. Those two have same charge. Remember when I rubbed one balloon, another balloon, they repel. So same charge. So I say we can say that those have same charge. Can we say that?
Yes.
Okay, now let's use this stick and let's see what will happen. Let's see what will happen. So I'm charging
They
this
will
rod.
repel. They will repel, definitely.
Maybe. Let's see. Look. Oh, they attract.
Oh.
They attract.
打出这头了。
So, what can we conclude? Those are our observation. What we can conclude? We can say that this rod is charged. This rod is charged, but this has some different type of charge as that, correct? Because different material, different charging thing. So it's definitely charged, but it's charged differently, right?
Yeah.
That's why we need to introduce those concepts of
你放。
positive and negative charge. Once again, we could have named this balloon charge as a yellow charge. This we can call black charge. So just two types, or we could call type 1, type 2. And as we see that different charges, they want to be closer.
Attract.
They attract. So two different types attract. Same things, same charges, they repel. And let's
这个别玩了行吗？
write that down.
他妈这是给他录课呀！
So
嘚儿吗？
so here we go.
What?
So like charges, that's why we just call them like charges. Like charges, they repel. Same charges repel. Opposite charges attract. Yeah? Opposite
Yeah.
charges attract. So that has to be written.
记笔记。
And we say, so if this is the same charge, we say, okay, let's call this negative charge. This is negative, this is going to be negative charge. Hey, Bella, what's going on? Why are you hearing you talking? What's the issue? Right? So, once again, like charges repel, opposite charges attract. Okay? Selena, are you here? Selena? Selena? Are you here? All right, let's move on. So, this, do you recognize that? Do you recognize that?
$100?
Yeah, do you recognize who is this? This is
Franklin，
so this is Benjamin Franklin, and this
Давай, давай,
vocabulary we
тя
are using now
有人踢了我。
was basically introduced by this guy.
哦，就是那个放风筝被电那个。
Is he the guy who flies the kite and nearly kills himself?
Yeah. And but he was the one who introduced those positive, negative charges. We could have named them differently. We could have named them like type 1, type 2, doesn't matter, blue, yellow. But he introduced those with that vocabulary, that positive, negative. So we said that this attains negative charge. This attains negative charge. This rubber attains negative charge. And therefore, this balloon is negatively charged as well. And now let's have a look closer. Let's have a closer look on this device. On this device. It's called electroscope. That's called electroscope. So, electroscope consists of several elements. As we see here, this is the metal ball, metal rod. This is the insulator, and those are metal leaves. You see, those are metal leaves. So, as we know by now, if we know that positive charges, same charges repel, opposite charges attract. If I gonna, this is once again negatively charged rod, and I'm gonna move closer to this metal ball. Look what's gonna happen. Yeah, boys. So what's gonna happen? See, I'm moving closer to it. Huh? Wow! You see? Wow! So I'm going to, and now silence. Maybe you hear this sound. Attention here.
妈嘚儿吗你？
Do you hear the sound?
啊，我剪东西。
The sound of sparks?
Yeah, this is the sound of sparks, and
我这有剪东西。
even when I move this closer to the ball, you can hear the sound as well.
Wow.
You see?
啊，不动。
You haven't heard it, I guess.
No.
I've heard it because it was very silent. Okay, let's just discharge it. So look.
Wow.
Have you heard it? Have you heard it? Yeah.
小点
So those
声，
charges,
火花的。
those charges, as we remember from the previous classes, atoms have shells, right? And electrons live on those shells. So those are the sounds of electrons going from the rod in here. So now leaves are negatively charged. So as we know, this is positively charged thing, right?
Yeah.
This is positively charged thing. What do you think? What will happen? What will happen if I gonna move
It
closer?
will close.
Yeah, they will close.
Leaves will close.
Yeah. So you see, they want to move down. Yeah. Those leaves want to move down because this is positively charged, and the leaves are negatively charged. So negative charges want to be closer to positively charged thing, right?
Yeah.
And if I gonna touch it, right?
Hmm?
Yeah, well, the positive charge is not enough.
You should charge again.
Yeah, I should charge it more. So, you see, now it's more charged. And the same way, I can positively charge this. In order to do that, I should just charge this rod, and charge this.
Hey.
You see, now it has a pretty good positive charge. And now, as we know, this thing is negatively charged, right? This is negatively charged. So if I'm gonna move closer, those leaves wanted to fall. Would want to fall. Right?
Uh-oh.
It was too close. Okay. Yeah?
It's not.
Yeah, you see?
Wow.
Okay. Right, so that is how positive and negative charges behave. Good. Now let's let's introduce another concept of neutral object. So here we go, neutral object. So every object has some charge. Every object. This wood has charge. But in the case of wood, the number of negative charges are balanced with the number of positive charges. Therefore, that entire piece is neutral, like this piece of cloth is neutral, right?
Yeah.
Or this one is neutral, right? Because the number of electrons, number of positive and negative charges are the same, basically, right? So write it down. This is a neutral object. Please write it down. This name, this word. That's an object that doesn't have any excessive positive or negative charges. So object is charged only if it has any excessive positive or negative charge. Right? If overall positive charge is bigger than overall negative charge, then we can say that an object is positive. I can also charge myself, for instance. So now we see that there is no charge, right? But I can charge myself. This is how static electricity works, right? For instance, I can rub this thing a little bit and attain some charge, and let's see. It should work out. And if I touch it, right? So I charge myself. So I charge, and let's see, what is my charge? Positive or negative? I don't know. How can we check? We can check with this rod, right? So this is negatively charged. So if I move it closer, okay, yeah. So this means that I am what?
Negative.
This is negatively charged. And look, as I move closer, those leaves want to fall.
So you are positive.
So I was positively charged, right? Same thing can happen here. For instance, I'm rubbing my hair. So, and look what can I do now with this ball, right? So I can move it a little bit. Because I am positively charged. No, it doesn't feel like. And this is negatively charged. And let's discuss this phenomena.
Dima, be careful or you will be on fire.
No, I will not be on fire. Look, so here we go. This is the balloon, right? Yeah. This sweater is basically like my hair. Like my hair, basically. Let's say this sweater is made of my hair. So my hair is neutral in the first place. As I rub my balloon against this, so I collect all the negative charges, right? Because they are easier to be collected. And what will happen if I leave this ball? What will happen? If I release the ball?
It will get closer to the clothes.
Yeah, to the clothes, right? That's what is happening to me and to the ball, right? That's what is happening to me and to the ball. Right? And you can have a try. You can have a try. If you want to try. Yeah, come on. Let's have a try. So try.
前期可难，前期我出来就开始高粱。
哦，
它还有声呢。
So, why the ball was attracted to her? Actually, she is like, let's say, neutrally. She was neutral. In the same way, you see, this ball even can be attracted to the paper tape.
Yeah, but the paper is neutral.
Neutral, right? But the reason for it, here. The reason for this ball to be able to be attracted to the neutral object is this. So, what do we know? We know that this is negatively charged object, for sure, right?
Yeah.
This object has negative charge.
So it will repel those
It will repel the negative charges in the neutral object. So this area is going to be positively charged. Therefore, opposite charges attract. That's why this balloon is here. That's why this balloon is here.
Wow.
Because wall is neutral. Wall is not charged. Wall is neutral.
But the balloon charged it.
But the balloon charged, yes. But the balloon charged. That's how we explain the fact that this balloon can be attracted or this object can be attracted to the neutral one. Okay?
Okay.
And the last illustration. What is this? What is that? Glue.
A can.
A can, yes. That's a can. Made of what? What is it made of? Metal,
Aluminium.
Yes. Aluminium or metal. Metal, as we know, is easy to give electrons. Is easy to conduct electrons. So what will happen? Tension here. So now, after I rub this thing, this is charged object, right? This is charged, right?
Right.
What will happen if I'm gonna move closer to the can? What will happen? What do you think? What will happen
The
if I
can will be charged.
You know, if I'm gonna move closer to the can, but I will not touch it, what will happen?
The can will be attracted.
Let's see. Let's see.
Nothing.
就动了。
哦。
Alright. So that's what would happen. But now let's. So this is what. How would you explain that? This is negatively charged. You two go away. Just go away. Just go away. Yes. You two, just leave the class. I just can't bear it. Leave the class. Leave the class.
不，你手挡着了，
Leave the class.
你手挡着我第一步走，他走。
Okay, so how would you explain this phenomenon? Leave the classroom.
Because metal conducts electricity. 是怎么说呢？
So Ken was attracted to this, right?
Yeah.
How would you explain that in terms of charges?
就说那，哎，
The stick is negatively
Yes,
charged.
it's negatively charged.
The can wasn't charged, but when you move the stick closer to the can, negative charge. Unlike charges, like charges repel, and the can became positively charged.
Ken became positively charged. So,
So they attract each other.
so you explanation is this. Here is the negative charge, right?
暂停，结束录像，结束。
Negative charge. And as I move closer, the can becomes positively charged. And therefore it moves, right?
Yeah.
So, can is positively charged, right? Can is positively charged. What kind of charge is here?
Positive.
So, what will happen if I can move it closer to the can?
They will repel?
Repel?
Maybe.
Yeah, what do you think, guys? What would be your predictions? This is now positively charged. Remember, when I...
At first they will repel, but after a while they will attract each other again.
So, see, it attracts straight away, in the same way as it does with the negatively charged rod. You see? Negatively charged rod. So that can be explained in the same way as this phenomenon,
跟他说
as
话，
that
因为
phenomenon
他那不管那个棒子里头带的是正电还是负电荷，它那里头就是金属片里头是不带电的，所以说它不管是正电荷还是负电荷都能吸引它。
哦哦
Have a look at this slide. Take a look. This is positively charged rod.
，yeah.
This is positively charged rod, which is that, right? That is the positively charged rod. As I move positively charged rod towards the can, those electrons, which are in the can, which are in the metal, 3 electrons, they want to be as close to the
好，说
positive
错了，
charge
是
as
它那里头的
possible.
其实是两种
And
电荷应该
positive
是都有
charges。want to be as far as it possible, right? So the same happens. That's why the can moves. That's why the can. As I remove the rod, can becomes neutral again. Can becomes neutral, and the same is happening to this rod,
哦，金属
right?
金属比较
To this rod. This is now negatively charged. So positive charges want to be as close as possible, and negative charge wanted to be
as far
as
as
far as
possible.
possible, right? That's why it moves straight away. And as I remove, it becomes neutral again. Okay?
Yes, it becomes neutral again immediately after you remove it.
Yeah, basically it is.
说的太好了，虽然我已经没听懂。
Extremely fast, I would say.
Oh.
And
这只猫
never, yeah, so never
This
put
is a
your
cat.
cat in the box of little papers. Because static electricity will
撸完猫之后把猫放箱子里，结果猫把泡沫全吸身上了。
okay. So again,
那才说一句，
啊，雷电法王，
what we've learned today,
我操
the concept, basically, the concept of the.
啊
Do you understand this means?
You shall not pet me after walking across the carpet in your thought.
So today
雷
we
神剧
discussed
组请不起雷神了，你这换了只猫过来演，
Thundercat, yeah.
给猫来个特写。
Hollow cat.
Holocat?
Yeah.
Thor cat.
Yeah, true. But that's the reference to the Lord of the Rings.
对不起。
Have you heard about the film Lord of the Rings?
靠，
Yeah，指环
靠
王，指环王。
Have you heard about the film Lord of the Rings?
老师问你们看没看过指环王电影？
看过看过，
Do you remember this old gray guy? You shall not pass. Do you remember that?
哦，
干掉，
不是
干
Gandalf，
All right, guys.
干掉，
So
近战法王。
we introduced the concept of the charge today. Charge. The concept of the charge. So object is charged when it can attract small things after being rubbed.
大粗棒子没法摩擦是吗？
And also, I would like to introduce another
给他
thing
们说黄段。
which is called field. Field. If we have some positive, for instance, charge,
And then you will have an electrical field.
yeah, it will have electrical field, but it's not the perfect sphere
Oh.
electric field. Electric field is the region. It is a region around the charged object. Region around the charged object. Actually, even by now, it's a mystery what is the mechanism behind this field and how can we create it artificially. Oh yeah, let's also see. This is just a piece of plastic, and if I'm gonna rub it, let's say rub it against this post. It also has, it's negatively charged.
But it doesn't seem to attract the balloon
你刚才不是说你
greatly.
No, you don't need to attract the balloon. Right?
啥呀？啥呀？不告诉你，你告诉我。
Master of the
哎，
balloon
波儿看这里，看镜头。
goes away, right?
波儿笑一个。
And this is negatively charged, right? Okay, good. So, homework is going to be only 5 exercises. Exercise from 1 to 5. Finish those things. Exercise from 1 to 5. You take one and keep the rest. So homework is exercise from 1 to 5.
对，
So today we discussed the concept of the charge. Attention here, attention here.
Dima, you should write our homework in our class.
I guess you are adults enough to, you can mark now, exercise 1 to 5. 1 to 5. Okay,
这边没有
我们。钱都没有呢。
From 1 to 5. Mark the question in the paper from 1 to 5.
都没有。
Mark the questions from 1 to 5.
我那么喘，反正。这单都给了就不完了。
还缺2张应该是。不过你自己还没有。
对我自己还没有。
你不能这样逃作业。
Any questions?
放过去了。延期
Yeah, and also
给低了。
这就是第一个。
So you see, if I gonna rub this again,
No way, god damn it.
and what will happen
马上
to
就
the
下
can?
课了。
What will happen to the can?
It
If
will
I-
be paused.
Will be blown.
Yeah, go to the balloon.
现在应该33、34
The，space big ball.
反正差不多。
对，那个科技馆里的 big ball.
That's enough for today. So the most important part of the lesson today is to understand what is charge. Is to understand what is charge. Any object basically. Maybe I can place it. Let me try to stand up, stand up, stand up. Yes. Okay. Very good. Tyler, let me try. Move your hand like this. Move your hand like this. No, no, no. Like this, like this. Perpendicular. Yeah, like this. Like this.
太伸直了，我是垂直，垂直了，垂直了。
Okay. Okay, good.
夹手。
哦。
这边。
波儿就球掉了。波儿笑一个波儿。
That's good enough. That's good enough.
哎呦。
捏爆捏爆，坐屁股底下捏爆了。
给他拍过去。
Alright, guys.
说这
First time right now, at the end of this. Yeah, you can drop. You can.
还你呢？
You can have it. That's my present to you.
可以说了。
屁股上。
中国腿。
那个你们去推馆那个吗？
都包腿啊！
实践活动那次不是也做气球吗？
好玩那个铁网磨成鹅绒的那个。什么哪个？
我里边写液啊。哦对。
Okay.
一点没写完。
然后那块不是还有什么？
The last part for today.
这个棒子。
Attention here, guys. The last part of today is going to be this field.
电场。
This field. So we have positive charge, let's say, as a source, as the center of this field. And you see those arrows, they show the direction, they show the direction of the force on the positive charge which is in the field. So that's how we, basically, how scientists, how all the other people in the world agreed to define the field. To define a field. So field is defined as as this kind of area, as the region around the charged object.
But
And
how
then-
large is it?
Huh?
How large is it?
Depends on the charge. Depends on the charge. For instance, the same example. Yeah, I'm rubbing this. So this has some field around it, right?
Yeah.
This has a field around it. And for instance, if I gotta move closer to this field, now the field will not. Now it feels my presence, right?
Yeah.
Now it feels my presence.
No, it doesn't.
Now it doesn't because it is too far. Now I'm too far. Now field is too weak to feel my presence.
Yeah.
And as I move closer, let's see if it will feel it now. Does it feel it or not? I can see. Closer.
Wait.
Does it feel or not?
A little
Little,
bit.
yeah. Oh, now it feels. Now it's,
Ooh.
and take a look. The closer to the center, the source, the closer to the center of the field, the stronger the force. The stronger the force. It can even be illustrated on this example.
What?
If I gonna place this thing here, let's say, and I'm gonna keep the distance. You see, I'm keeping the same kind of distance. And now I'm gonna keep a smaller distance. You see, the force is bigger. Force is bigger,
Yeah.
right? Keep this distance. If I keep the distance, the force is smaller. But if I keep, if the distance is smaller, you see how strong is the force. Okay. Oh, by the way, do you know where did I get it from? What is this? Do you know what is this?
管儿从哪儿来的呀？
Where did I get it from? I brought it from home. That's from.
What?
我一直在找，在这班里找着。那个应该是
不是，5分钟啊，蹲步。
So, Vanessa, what is charge? What is charge? What is charge? Everyone should know by now what is charge.
带我吗？带我吗？
Charge. What is charge?
不是那个，不是那个，
What is charge?
带我四个
笑的有点。
大的爱情。
So what is charge?
原来是玩娃娃。
How do you define charge?
我妈发现。
Yeah. So what is charge?
还在录啊？
多长时间了？39分钟了，
马上讲到。
马上40分钟，还在录。
Close. Once again. Close some. So, charge basically, when I ask you a question, what is charge? Yeah, I expect to have an answer something like charge is a property of the wrapped object to attract little things. Property, it's a special property.
Could you repeat that again? Could you repeat?
Property to attract light objects after being
Robbed.
robbed. Yes, after being robbed. So that's how we charge the things by now.
Do you have other ways to charge things?
Oh, well, of course, yes. We can charge it by rubbing, that's basically by touching. And we can also charge it by induction.
Oh,
By induction.
like the USB?
No, like here, for instance, I can charge this electroscope
By touching it.
by touching it or by induction, for instance. This, you see, I'm not touching it. I'm not touching, but it's charged.
Oh,
I'm not touching. I'm not touching, but
by
it's charged.
by merely getting closer to it.
Yeah, but not touching it. And when I transfer electrons on this, it is charged by touching.
Oh.
Because I touched it.
Oh.
Because I touched it.
Oh.
So we can charge it. We can charge the things in two ways. We can charge things by touching, or we can charge things by by induction. By induction.
好，下课了。还有1分钟。
And yes, the last part I would like to say. The last part I would like to say is attention here. That negative charge.
不是。
Charge means excessive electrons. That an object has so this is what is negative charge means. So negative charge goes together with the concept of the electron. An electron, do you remember?
Because electrons have negative charge.
Yeah, they have negative charge. And once again, when we rub things, what is it? It's not, this object is charged not because of we rub, but because we make atoms be close to each other.
Okay.
Okay, see you guys.
See you.
See you.
Next week, one.